Kate ignored at Charles' 60th birthday as nobody recognized her. Can you imagine? King Charles III's royal butler said he took pity on the Princess of Wales, who was standing in the middle of a marquee on her own at the party in 2008. Today, Kate, Princess of Wales, is one of the most famous women in the world. There is even a phrase "the Kate effect" for how her style influences what people wear, with fashion designers' sales drastically increasing after she dons one of their garments. In 2013, she was listed as one of Time magazine's most influential people, alongside the likes of Michelle Obama, for her patronage of a number of charities as well as her modest reluctance to steal the spotlight from the future king, Prince William. But 14 years ago, when the future Queen consort attended the then Prince Charles' 60th birthday, she was largely unknown and was consequently ignored, a former royal butler has claimed. In 2008, Kate was dating Prince William and was therefore invited to King Charles III's 60th birthday party, held at his then country house on the Highgrove estate, Tetbury. William and Kate first met at the University of St Andrews, where the future king would make her amazing fancy dinners in a bid to impress her. Although the couple had been together for 5 years by the time of the party 14 years ago, she was left alone at the event and no one attempted to talk to her as the other guests did not know who she was. Grant Harold, who was Charles' butler at the time, said Kate would be mobbed if the same event were to happen today. The 44-year-old British etiquette expert, who is also known as the royal butler, said he took pity on Kate, who was standing in the middle of a marquee on her own. Mr. Harold, who worked for Charles for 7 years, said he chatted to Kate until her then-boyfriend, William, came up to them. Speaking to My London earlier this year, Mr. Harold said, "There was a marquee and everything. I remember Kate was standing in the middle on her own. And nobody was talking to her or going near her because they didn't know who she was or recognize her. I went over and chatted to her while we waited for Will to come in and it was quite sweet. But, now, could you imagine Kate in the middle of a room and no one speaking to her? It just wouldn't happen, she'd be mobbed." Duncan Larcombe, The Sun's royal correspondent who was at the event, said in 2018 that Kate was far more shy and quiet than she is with the royal family today. While she may not have been recognized by fellow guests, Kate's appearance at the party fueled rumors that she and William would soon be engaged. However, Mr. Larcombe said this was jumping the gun somewhat, as the pair did not announce their engagement for another 2 years, in November 2010. He said, "It was always a question of when, not if, William would ask her to marry him." Kate being at the party fueled the rumors that they would get engaged soon, which were very premature. Other famous faces joined Kate and the royals for the celebration, including Dame Judi Dench. Rod Stewart, who was accompanied by his wife Penny Lancaster, reportedly performed "Do You Think I'm Sexy?" Mr. Harold, who also helped take care of William, Kate and Prince Harry as well as the new monarch, said it proves how much has changed in the years since, as it would be unfathomable that Kate would be ignored at a royal event today. The Kate the public knows today is quite different from the young woman she once was, as she has taken on the role of royal and future queen. Mr. Harold continued, "There's part of her that's now very royal because obviously she's a future queen and she's had to fit into that role." He added, "She was just great. She was down to earth, she was fun, with a wonderful sense of humor." William proposed to Kate while they were on holiday with friends in Kenya in 2010. They tied a knot a year later at Westminster Abbey with almost 2,000 guests watching on. as she has taken on the role of royal and future queen. Mr. Harold continued, "There's part of her that's now very royal because obviously she's a future queen and she's had to fit into that role." He added, "She was just great. She was down to earth, she was fun, with a wonderful sense of humor." William proposed to Kate while they were on holiday with friends in Kenya in 2010. They tied the knot a year later at Westminster Abbey with almost 2,000 guests watching on.